is Ann Arbor, where the NCAA is investigating Michigan, where a staffer allegedly scouted future opponents in person at games, which would be a violation of NCAA rules. A lot of people are weighing in on this. Among them, yesterday, Colorado coach Deion Sanders. Listen.
You could have someone's whole game plan. They could mail it to you. You still got to stop it. You still got to stop it. So in football, it's not as pronounced as baseball. If I know a curveball is coming, I got you. You know, with football, I don't give a darn if you know a sweep is coming. You still got to stop it. Physically, it's a physical game. You got to stop it. So that's a little tough. I don't buy into a lot of that stuff that someone's stealing this, stealing that.
Okay, so that's one of the most important voices in the sport. You are on board with that, Jeff Saturday?
Oh, first of all, his look. It's magnificent.
That too.
It's magnificent. Looking the white beard. Oh, yeah, looking sharp. Looking sharp. And 100% true. Like this thing has gotten ridiculous. I mean, first of all, we all played this game for a long time. Every team is stealing signs, right? Trying to. And every team's trying to steal checks. They're listening to TV copies about, how quarterbacks are audibling. They're listening to all this in the meeting rooms. Like, all of this information you're trying to gather, you understand as a football player, is happening. And every team is doing it. And so that one team is getting singled out, it's just nonsense. Like, at the end of the day, what Deion is saying is 100% true. It is a game about physicality. It don't matter what you know. It's can you stop it or can you execute it? And so we all try. I'm trying to look at DBs, seeing what codes they're giving each other so we know where the blitz is coming from. Louisville, Roger, guess what? I know that means, he's going one direction or the other. It's just the way this thing has taken a life of its own is absolutely ridiculous.
Okay, so generally speaking, I'm actually on this side, but for the sake of playing a little bit of devil's advocate, he's talking about how in baseball, if I know what pitch is coming, it's a huge advantage. You cannot tell me that if you're playing defense, it is not an advantage to know what play is coming.
I mean, I've done it. We've done it in college and in pros. Just telling me whether it's run or pass, if I'm a linebacker or a safety, if I'm a pass rusher, if I know that I can get it makes a difference. But his point is you still got to beat them, though. And there have been plenty of times in games where we knew the play and we couldn't stop it.
A lot of times.
And there are plenty of times in games where they know what we're doing and they can't stop it because we're that good. But I agree with Jeff. I'm on the side. Everyone's trying to do it. But the fact that they're reacting this way and they all know it suggests to me that there is more to this than we know, because it's not just stealing signs. Like, if they are just stealing signs, we all stealing signs. We all trying to do it. We spent hours watching Colts tape trying to figure out what Peyton Manning's codes were. Then we get out on the field. He ain't say none of the words that you said last week. It's a waste of time sometimes. But in the college level, there's only so much you can put in, so it helps a lot, I think.
Listen, from a football context, I don't even understand stealing signs. I really don't. Like, I looked at this story. I was like, dude, we knew a lot of plays for a lot of teams that we played against, college, pros, and I know I'm saying the same thing you guys said, but when you think about, like, the point of the week is to know what you're doing.
That's right.
Like, that's the point. That's why we spending all of those hours during the week going through every possible situation to know exactly what you're doing. And guess what, G? It happens more than people think. I think sometimes when it goes on television and the media picks up on it, it's like, oh, my God, can you believe this team is out there? Bro, we know a lot about what people are doing.
And let's say it this way, too. This is not filming somebody's practice.
That's different.
This is not any of those, right? This is when you're talking about signs. College coaches, by the way, can vote to have that thing go just like the pros do, into the QB's ear, right? They don't want that vote.
To be clear, there is no helmet technology in the college game, so the coach is not giving a play into the helmet of the quarterback. They're signaling in everything from the sideline.
And every coach wants to be the guy who stands on the sideline and lets us see what the defense is going to adjust to. Then I'm going to give you. We're going to get to the line of scrimmage. Then we're going to execute. Well, if you're going to put your signs out there, they're going to get stolen. That's part of the business, right? So at the end of the day, if you want to do it like we used to do it back in the day, you whisper it to the wide receiver, he runs it in, gets to the quarterback. If you care that much about signs. But at the end of the day, they know the risk and reward. Put three guys over there doing your signals. Can't nobody figure out which one's doing that.
I hate to be the non-football guy amongst the football guys, but I generally agree with you guys. But what concerns me is all the coaches and all the players and all the conference executives that are talking about this NCAA, they know football. They know that this is happening all the time. The fact that this feels like a bigger deal suggests to me that they know something that we don't know. So right now, with the information that is currently out there, this is much ado about nothing. Yeah. But we're still early in the process.
And Foxy, from your perspective, absolutely, because I think that's why you see me and Jeff's reaction. We like, bro, are y'all shocked that this is going on? So to your point, it may be something else, but what we working with right now is sign stealing. Yeah. Stop it, bro.
And they're going after one program that to your point, I'm doubting very seriously the only program in the country that this is happening. Like, if we're going to be real, but let me just make this point, though. They can vote at any point to put the mics and the earpieces in the quarterback's helmets. If that's what they want, they choose not to. Yeah. So if that's your choice, signs and having to put signs, boards, your picture is at Northwestern, man. I mean, praise God, it's only for a kneel down.
We had a play. That was a play one game. One game, that was the card that they held up. That's me and Teddy Greenstein, and that's the Chicago Blackhawks in the lower right. I can't see enough of the person.
Greeny was like the first. No, that meant big.
I don't know what it was, but I really hope it was a touchdown. but that was a play. All kidding aside, what you were looking at, they were holding up that thing on the sideline, and that was a play. So, I mean, if you could steal that, God bless you. You're right. That should definitely be punt on third down if you're holding up.
You own to something, bro.
Yeah.
Because when we were sitting there in 2019 drunk and smoking cigars after LSU won, Clemson knew Jamar Chase was going to get go balls. They knew the formation. They knew the play. They knew everything. Yeah. And he scored 3 of them.
He's talking about the national championship game when he and I were together and we were on that yak. And
New Orleans.
There was a celebration going on.
Give me something.